Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Profile. And this is a new mystery thriller that takes place completely on the desktop of a computer, similar to the film Searching. And this is from director Timur Bekmambetov, who previously directed Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, which honestly is one of those movies that I love to watch because it's just so ridiculous. It's somewhere up there. And also the Ben-Hur remake, which I did not see because I couldn't bring myself to do that because the 59 Ben-Hur, somewhere right there. So you have Bekmambetov, who's taking up this kind of filmmaking that's been popping up as of late. Obviously this makes a lot of sense during COVID, but in terms of this film, we're focusing on this journalist, Amy, played by Valeen Kane, who is looking into a terrorist, Abu Bilal al-Britani, played by Shahzad Latif. And you have her posing as this woman who's radicalizing, becoming a Muslim and seeking Islam, and she tries to seduce him, connect with him, and try to, get information about him so she could report on him so he could be brought to justice for the crimes that he has been committing as a terrorist. And this film is based on a true story, and it's such an interesting way that they set this up. I do have to say, for the most part, they do make this modality of filmmaking work, but even in Searching, which I loved that film. That made my top 10. It's right over there. It has moments of logic that don't work. And it just feels like it's forcing itself to stay in this specific way that they want to tell the story. And I feel like this film has that. But in general, it sets it up pretty well and deals with it pretty well. This film takes on challenging concepts of a woman becoming too close to a subject that she's trying to spy on. And is she becoming too attached? Is she becoming radicalized? Is she becoming someone that is feeling attached to his beliefs? And you have that tension. And there's definitely moments where it feels like, whoa, let me click on this video to give the audience exposition. And like those kinds of moments are probably the ones that work the least in terms of how the film is structured, because it's like, here's a video on this character that we're going to introduce, because how else are we going to introduce them besides doing some internet research? And all that those videos are going to be like, this is exactly what you need to know about character this person. And you have those kinds of moments, but what really makes us stand out is the strong performances. You have Shahzad Latif, who is very charismatic. You understand why she starts feeling this connection to him, despite the fact that I think he says the word baby like 500 times in this movie. It's an hour and 45-minute movie. Says baby way too many times. Gotta shake that script up a little bit. Feels a little stale at times. But Valeen Kane is fantastic. She has one particular scene, I guess it's towards the middle of the film, where she is letting it all loose. And she's able to balance her putting on this facade and this seduction and this temptress that she is playing, but she also, and with a bit of vulnerability because she can't show too strong of a hand in this situation, but then she also has these incredibly emotional moments where an anger and frustration and all those different kinds of things, and she sells it perfectly. This film would not work without her. So honestly, I think she deserves a lot of credit for this film. And you definitely get taken on a roller coaster of a story. What's going to happen next? Who's going to get hurt in this situation? Are they going to be able to take him down? You'll just have to find out by checking out this film. And there's definitely a lot of increasing tension, and you're really drawn in. The one thing, though, from like directing standpoint as well, is there's a bit of pacing issues, because it feels like after a while I'm just like, you're stuck at this computer. You know, we're all stuck in Zoom land for so much of this past year, especially as an educator sitting there on Zoom all day, and you feel it. And you really feel this confined here. Even though they do create some good tension and intriguing story, a film like Searching, I never once felt it was dragging watching it. There's definitely a couple of moments where I'm just like, could we move along? But in the end, I feel like Profile is a really well-constructed and pretty impressively put together thriller. And with some really strong anchoring performances, I definitely think this is worth your time. So go check out Profile. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.